Important tips and practical advice for your wellness journey. Please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for additional helpful content. Now, let us get started. Habit 10. Use water as your primary weight loss tool. Let us begin with the simplest change you can implement immediately. Using water as an active instrument for weight loss. This goes far beyond simply staying hydrated. Water possesses a two-part power system that directly assists in burning abdominal fat. Initially, it provides your metabolism with a measurable boost. When you consume water, your body must work to bring it to your core temperature. That particular process burns additional calories throughout. It represents a small effect individually, yet it accumulates throughout your entire day. The genuine secret involves how water regulates your appetite system. Here is the research-proven trick that genuinely works effectively. Drink 2 complete cups of water roughly 30 minutes before consuming a meal. This accomplishes 2 critical objectives. It occupies space within your stomach, making you feel naturally more satisfied and consuming less during that meal. It permits your brain adequate time to recognize that you are consuming fluid, preventing confusion between thirst and genuine hunger. We frequently reach for a snack when our body actually requires a glass of water. Research involving overweight women involved having them execute this exact practice. Drink water before their 3 primary meals daily for 8 consecutive weeks. Without modifying anything regarding their diet or physical activity, they lost substantial body weight and body fat. This habit represents your absolute easiest beginning step. It builds momentum because executing it remains so straightforward. Before you reach for a snack, drink 1 full glass of water and wait 15 minutes. You might discover the craving completely disappears. Making this a consistent daily practice creates a strong foundation for all additional habits. So you have now taken your initial step and established a strong foundation. Yet the narrative continues beyond this point. Controlling your water consumption only addresses one part of the complete equation. There exists a quiet saboteur in your daily existence that undermines your metabolism, regardless of water intake, and it involves nothing related to food. Now we must expose Habit 9. Habit 9. Move consistently throughout your day with NEAT. Let us discuss your secret metabolism enhancer that involves absolutely nothing related to gym activities. It is called NEAT, which represents non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This encompasses all the energy you burn through movement in your regular daily activities. Walking to your automobile, climbing stairs, performing household responsibilities, even fidgeting movements. For women experiencing menopause, this represents a genuine game changer. Here is the reasoning. When your estrogen levels decline significantly, your metabolism can decelerate noticeably. If you attempt weight loss through eating less, your body fights back by unconsciously causing you to move significantly less. You might experience increased fatigue and discover yourself remaining seated more. This represents a significant contributor to weight loss plateaus. Your body attempts to preserve energy. Your objective is to actively resist this by consciously raising your movement requirements. Your desk chair can present a bigger obstacle than your refrigerator. Regarding belly fat, sitting for extended periods signals your body it is appropriate to accumulate fat. The positive news is you possess complete control over this situation. Begin with straightforward modifications. Set an alarm to stand up and stretch every 30 minutes consistently. Pace around the room whenever taking a phone call. Take a 10-minute walk immediately following each meal. This provides the bonus of assisting in lowering your blood glucose. Park your vehicle farther from the store entrance. Take stairs instead of the elevator. These accumulated small movements total hundreds of additional calories burned each day. This represents the adjustable element of your metabolism that you genuinely can modify. By consciously integrating movement throughout your entire day, you can readily burn 300 additional calories daily without requiring a single formal workout. By moving increasingly throughout your complete day, you maintain your metabolic fire burning and actively oppose the slowdown menopause may cause. You are presently managing your hydration and daily movement, maintaining that metabolic fire. Yet if you are executing both of those actions and still waking up ravenously hungry and completely depleted, you are missing the genuine foundation. What you are about to understand is how a single poor night's sleep creates a hormonal cascade that makes weight loss biologically impossible. We must discuss Habit 8. Habit 8. Master sleep for effortless cravings management. This subsequent habit represents the true foundation for absolutely everything. It is your secret to managing cravings without constant effort. Failing to master sleep means fighting an uphill struggle against your own body's hormones. Inadequate sleep creates a hormonal cascade that sabotages weight loss objectives. This becomes particularly relevant during menopause, when sleep interruption occurs regularly. Insufficient quality sleep causes two critical hormones to work against you. Your hunger hormone called ghrelin increases substantially. This signal tells your brain you feel hungry. Simultaneously, your satiety hormone called leptin decreases dramatically. This signal communicates to your brain that you feel satisfied. The outcome involves waking up biologically conditioned to experience increased hunger throughout the day and feeling less complete from consumed food. This is not a willpower deficiency. It represents a biological chemical reaction. Poor sleep additionally intensifies your insulin resistance and may raise your stress hormone levels. The objective becomes obvious. You require 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep as a non-negotiable element of burning belly fat. Research revealed that women sleeping more than 7 hours nightly demonstrated significantly superior weight loss success. For enhanced sleep during menopause, maintain your bedroom at cool temperatures to manage night sweats. Create a peaceful bedtime routine without electronic devices during the final hour. Activities like reading literature or enjoying a warm bath communicate to your body that rest time approaches. Consider sleep as the reset mechanism for your hunger hormones. When you master this habit, controlling your nutritional intake becomes substantially easier because you are not struggling against your personal biology. You have mastered sleep, and finally your cravings remain controlled. Yet that is where the straightforward part concludes. Because regardless of excellent sleep, another hormone can flood your body at any moment, compelling it to accumulate belly fat. This subsequent habit is not merely a gentle suggestion. It represents the essential rule for mastering Habit 7. Habit 7. Control your stress hormone cortisol. Now let us discuss a habit that is not merely a soft suggestion. It is an essential rule. You absolutely must manage your stress because persistent stress represents a direct physical cause of abdominal fat. The hormone accountable is cortisol. When experiencing stress, your body releases cortisol to assist you in managing that danger. Yet when stress remains ongoing, that cortisol signals your body to accumulate fat, particularly in your abdominal region. This is precisely how it operates. Cortisol elevates your blood glucose to provide immediate energy. If that energy remains unused, it becomes stored as fat. Even more problematically, cortisol activates strong cravings for high-calorie comfort options like carbohydrates and sugary items. This generates a terrible cycle. Stress causes belly fat, and possessing belly fat itself represents a stressful state for your body, potentially releasing additional cortisol. It is a vicious cycle. This demonstrates why stress reduction is not optional. It represents a required fat loss habit. You must discover a practice that suits you and perform it consistently. This might involve 10 minutes of meditation, a gentle yoga session, deep breathing practices, or a peaceful walk in nature. The objective becomes lowering your cortisol levels. When you manage stress, you minimize the source of those powerful cravings. It is not that you lack discipline, it is that your body responds to a hormonal signal. By establishing stress reduction as a consistent habit, you release the fat storage mechanism. This makes all your remaining efforts with eating and physical activity significantly more productive. You establish the appropriate hormonal state for your body to release that persistent belly fat. Now that we have stabilized your stress hormones and created the suitable hormonal state, it becomes finally appropriate to discuss physical exercise. Yet here sits the problem. Most women follow guidance that is fundamentally incorrect for their menopausal physiology. They remained unaware that the precise workout they believed burns fat might actually be elevating their cortisol and intensifying the problem. We must address this immediately with Habit 6. Habit 6. Choose consistent cardio for deep visceral fat. You have likely heard that high-intensity interval training represents the absolute best approach to burn fat. Yet for women experiencing menopause, science reveals a different narrative. Regarding targeting that deep, risky visceral belly fat, moderate and consistent cardio frequently represents your strongest tool. High-intensity workouts have their position, yet they simultaneously carry elevated injury probability. Research indicates they might not represent the magic solution for postmenopausal women that they are for younger populations. Your body right now responds superiorly to steady-intensity continuous movement. This encompasses activities like brisk walking, steady running, cycling, or using an elliptical device at a pace-permitting conversation. The objective involves elevating your heart rate and maintaining it consistently for an extended period. Target a minimum of 150 to 200 minutes weekly. Why does this approach work so successfully? This steady cardio proves particularly effective at utilizing your body's fat stores for power, and it specifically aids in reducing visceral fat surrounding your organs. Research even discovered that steady moderate exercise demonstrated greater effectiveness than intense intervals for improving fat distribution in mature adults. The crucial element here involves consistency. An injury from pushing too intensely too rapidly can sideline you for extended periods. The fastest approach to losing belly fat remains the practice you can execute consistently daily without getting injured. Consider cardio and resistance training as possessing distinct purposes. Resistance training constructs your metabolic engine, while consistent cardio burns existing visceral fat. You require both, yet selecting the appropriate cardio type for your body's current needs creates tremendous difference. You have selected the appropriate cardio and consistently burn that visceral fat. Yet keep in mind, the struggle remains incomplete. The reality is, you cannot outrun inadequate nutrition. This is where the majority of women encounter difficulty. They remain frightened of one specific food group that actually represents the secret to their success. This fear could readily transform this extraordinary progress into the most challenging period yet. Unless you master this subsequent habit, things become problematic. I want to pause and acknowledge that creating this content requires substantial dedication. The greatest reward comes from understanding you appreciate watching. By liking and contributing comments, you provide me the encouragement to keep generating additional content. I genuinely appreciate your participation. Habit 5. Fill your plate with fiber and beneficial fats. Now let us confront a widespread myth directly. Consuming fat does not result in becoming fat. In fact, consuming appropriate fat types proves absolutely essential for burning belly fat throughout menopause. Once you eliminate harmful refined carbohydrates and sugars, you must substitute them with substances that genuinely repair your metabolism. This is where the Mediterranean eating pattern demonstrates excellence. It has research verification for assisting menopausal women in reducing fat while protecting important muscle. The habit requires filling your plate with 4 critical food categories. Initially, beneficial fats, particularly monounsaturated fats originating from olive oil, avocados, nuts, and seeds. Secondly, fiber sourced from numerous vegetables, fruits, and particularly legumes, including beans and lentils. Thirdly, lean protein originating from fish, poultry, and low-fat dairy options. And finally, whole grains, including quinoa and rolled oats. These foods function collectively to address the fundamental issue of insulin resistance. The beneficial fats and soluble fiber actually enhance your body cells' sensitivity to insulin. This indicates your pancreas does not require extreme insulin output. A subtle amount suffices. When insulin levels remain managed, your body stops getting the signal to accumulate belly fat. The fiber, specifically soluble fiber, performs as a superfood for your digestive system. It decreases glucose absorption to prevent those fat accumulation spikes, and it nourishes the beneficial microorganisms in your digestive system, which generates substances that improve your general metabolic operation. So this habit provides you authorization to enjoy tasty, fulfilling foods like avocado spread on toast or a green salad with abundant olive oil. You are not starving yourself. You are providing your body the resources it requires to repair itself and ultimately release that stubborn fat. Now that you have finally incorporated proper fats and fiber into your meals, it is appropriate to eliminate the primary culprit. This subsequent habit focuses on switching off the fat accumulation button, and things become spicy. Habit 4. Regulate blood sugar by eliminating refined carbohydrates and added sugar. This habit focuses on switching off the belly fat accumulation system for your postmenopausal body. Refined carbohydrates and added sugar are not merely vacant calories. They represent a specific biological command to accumulate fat. You must comprehend the harmful cycle these items trigger. It begins when you consume something like white bread, pasta, or a sweet treat. These items contain zero fiber to decelerate breakdown, so they flood your circulation with glucose rapidly. This activates the insulin resistance problem we discussed earlier. Your pancreas releases excessive insulin that directs your body to cease burning fat and instantly accumulate the surplus power as belly fat. Your objective is to discontinue sending this fat accumulation command. This does not mean you must remove all carbohydrates. The reality is to exercise intelligence. Remove the refined carbohydrates, the white bread, baked goods, and white noodles, and the added sugars and sugary beverages, candy, and flavored yogurts. Switch them for the beneficial carbohydrates we discussed. This habit proves more powerful than merely reducing calories. In your transformed body, the calorie source becomes more significant than the quantity. A 300-calorie sugary beverage raises your insulin and triggers fat accumulation. A 300-calorie fish portion supplies protein to maintain your muscle. End counting calories and begin preventing insulin spikes. This demonstrates how you take your foot off the fat accumulation lever. What single refined carbohydrate do you absolutely cannot quit? Be truthful. Discussing your biggest challenge assists everyone feel less solitary. We have presently discontinued the hormonal disruption. We have stabilized insulin by removing refined carbohydrates and introducing beneficial fats. Yet we are not only playing defense, we are here to achieve victory. What follows in our program represents the single greatest approach to reverse the metabolic decrease. It might represent one of the most demanding, yet most important habits you will ever establish. It is now appropriate to develop Habit 3. Habit 3. Construct your metabolic engine with resistance training. If the preceding habits concern halting the destruction, this habit focuses on proactive reconstruction. Resistance training represents the sole approach to reverse the metabolic deceleration that accompanies menopause. As you progress in years, you normally lose muscle tissue. This presents a severe problem because muscle constitutes your body's metabolic engine. It expends calories continuously, regardless of rest periods. Cardiovascular activity expends calories during execution. Yet resistance training functions differently. It generates a stimulus that damages muscle fibers. Once your body repairs them, it generates fresh active muscle. This fresh muscle consumes additional power simply existing. So you permanently enhance your resting metabolic output. You are literally reconstructing your body's engine to expend additional fat continuously. The habit demands you challenge your muscles with what feels demanding for you. This does not indicate you must become a competitive bodybuilder. It might involve utilizing dumbbells, elastic bands, weight apparatus, or even your physical weight for movements like squatting and push-ups. The important aspect is to experience the effort. This habit additionally offers a significant additional advantage: skeletal strength. Menopause represents a risky period for bone health, and engaging in weight-bearing activity proves one of the strongest approaches to create sturdier bones and resist osteoporosis advancement. Most essentially, resistance training directly combats insulin resistance. When you engage your muscles, they require power to mend. They become hungry for the glucose in your circulation, which makes them more reactive to insulin. This indicates less glucose persists available to transform into belly fat. Resistance training becomes necessary if you intend to modify your body's composition. What do you favor? Free weights, elastic resistance, or body weight movements? Communicate your favorite muscle building method below. You have successfully finished the most challenging section and are constructing that metabolic engine, yet that is when you do something that could generate problems later. You complete that physical activity and do not execute this following action. All that intensive work becomes useless. Never overlook this section is called reconstruction. You cannot reconstruct without the fundamental components of Habit 2. Habit 2, emphasize protein to eliminate endless hunger. We are arriving at the most vital habits. This one gives an instant advantage you will experience daily: the elimination of endless hunger. You must emphasize protein to safeguard your metabolism from deep within. Throughout menopause, your body progressively loses muscle tissue. This represents biological fact. When you lose this metabolically dynamic tissue, your resting metabolism decreases. It resembles downgrading your engine power. The situation worsens if you attempt weight reduction by simply consuming less. Your body will lose both fat and muscle tissue. Losing muscle slows your metabolism even further, creating sustained fat loss nearly possible. Protein offers your primary weapon against this. Scientific evidence demonstrates that sufficient protein consumption while reducing weight preserves your muscle mass. This confirms that reduced weight originates from fat, not from your metabolic engine. So precisely how much protein do you require? For postmenopausal women, the recommendation is roughly 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body mass daily. For a 150-pound female, that corresponds to roughly 68 to 82 grams of protein. Distribute this amount throughout all your meals. This habit provides a strong second advantage. It manages hunger. Protein demonstrates superior satiety compared to fats or carbohydrates. By incorporating protein in each meal, you normally decrease cravings and prevent the snack urges that lead to poor selections. Consider protein as your metabolic safety equipment. Prior to worrying about what to cut, confirm you are providing this safeguard. It represents the vital companion to resistance training. Together, they constitute the locking mechanism for reconstructing your body. As we emphasize the correct nutrition through protein and proper movement through resistance training, we overlooked something essential: the why behind everything. Yet the why is exactly where every nutrition plan fails. What you are about to discover, please do not ever attempt weight loss without it. This represents the principal ability. Habit 1. Engage in intentional nourishment practices. This ultimate habit represents the principal ability that unites all others. It is the bonding agent that permits all additional habits to persist as permanent practice. The majority of nutrition plans fail because they address what to eat, but overlook why you consume. Intentional eating practices mean the straightforward discipline of concentrating on your meals and your body's indicators without assessment. It disrupts the tension-driven consumption pattern by introducing a break. Before consuming, question if you are genuinely hungry or just anxious, depleted, or unoccupied. Decelerate your pace. Set your eating utensil down among each bite and identify when you feel comfortably satisfied, not overly full. Science demonstrates that females perfecting this ability observe the greatest belly fat decreases because it ceases unconscious consumption at the beginning. This understanding is what converts these 10 habits from a temporary approach into a lasting personal practice. Your thoughts matter to this program. The simplest approach to communicate is through a basic like and comment. It is my principal driver, therefore I appreciate every contribution. Thank you for viewing.